Hi, this is Josh, and you're listening to Zhoush Unzipped, a podcast where we talk about critical issues and only facts. Nothing but facts. Yo, mga ka-unzippers, and welcome to Zhoush Unzipped, a podcast where we dig deep into critical issues and bring you facts, only facts. And I'm your host. My name is Zhoush, or you can call me Josh. Depende sa'yo. And of course, this afternoon, we will be delving into a topic that has been making headlines not just here in the Philippines, but also worldwide. And I'd like to talk about this topic kasi for me, it's very alarming, it's very serious, and I think that we should be critical about this certain issue. Kasi for me, from my experience, nakita ko na hindi lang ito nakaapekto sa sarili ko, sa utak ko, but it also affected a lot of people. Our situation, of course, our community and our country, and how things work around us because of this issue. And I know that you're all very familiar with fake news. Fake news, of course. And, grabe no, like, kung titingnan, napakabilis mag-spread ng information sa panahon natin ngayon. And ganoon din yung fake news. Kasi, of course, technology is constantly evolving. And ang daming innovations, ang daming discoveries and development every day, every month, every year. And with that, kasabay rin ng pag-evolve ng technology, nag-evolve rin yung way ng pag-communicate natin with other people. Like, of course, with the discovery of social media platforms, mas napabilis and mas easy yung access natin sa pag-connect with other people, especially our loved ones na nasa malayo. Mas napabilis yung pag-socialize, pag-communicate, or pag-create ng community with the help of this social media platforms. And dahil nga mas napabilis rin yung pag-communicate natin, dun din mas napabilis din yung pag-spread ng information. And kaya yung fake news, easy access din sa mga tao, easy access din sa mga minds ng bawat Pilipino. And it's very alarming and it's very serious for me. So for today's podcast, I'd like to talk about fake news. Like, we're going to talk about examples, research and everything. And surprisingly, kahit yung mga tao or yung mga individuals with extensive educational background, they're also susceptible to the influences of these deceptive narratives or yung fake news. Syempre, even me. I have experienced it before na may makikita ka lang online and then in just one look, like mapapaniwala ka agad sa mga nakikita mo. And then, of course, syempre, bilang tao na aware of what's happening, kailangan din nating maging critical and do fact check, of course, cross-reference or do research because it will help me understand kung totoo ba talaga yung binabasa ko. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm so susceptible. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na I'm aware or may alam ako. Hindi ako tatablan nung mga nakikita ko. So, it's one thing na surprising din. And of course, that's why there's a need for ongoing attention and critical examination to make sure na yung mga facts hindi na di-distort ng mga unfounded claims. So, we will take a closer look at some specific examples, of course, of fake news na nakita online, like specific pages or websites na I have analyzed and of course checked if they're really sharing some fake news and other things that circulated here in the Philippines, their content and the aesthetics used to deceive the public. So let's go. And for today's episode, we will be talking about a specific issue. We will focus on this issue because I know na lahat tayo familiar about this. And because this made headlines even before and after the elections, because this has been one of the goals of our President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. And I know you're all familiar with the 20 pesos bigas. So yeah, even me, I've seen a lot of posts and like news about this across different social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course TikTok. And yung ginagawa ko is I check the comments kasi I'd like to know about what other people would think about this, yung opinion ng mga tao, kung sino-sino yung mga naniniwala, kung paano ba napapaniwala ng mga posts yung mga tao about this. and sa mga circulating posts online. So, but this caught my attention because this has been posted by one of a known radio station here in the Philippines. Hindi ko na siya papangalanan, but checking their Facebook account or Facebook profile, they have almost 1 million followers. Imagine 1 million followers, and sa isang post mo lang, of course, ang daming taong mapapaniwala or maniniwala sa mga ipopost mong mga news, of course. And regarding their post about the 20 pesos bigas, kilo ng bigas, it gathered almost 6K reacts, 1K comments, and 2,500 shares. Imagine sa 2,500 shares, dadami at dadami pa yan kasi ang daming taong mag-share niyan. And not just yung mga taong nag-share directly from the post itself. So, yun. It's very alarming kasi it's something na mabilis kumalat. And dito pa lang makikita na natin kung gaano ka-powerful yung social media when it comes to propagating or disseminating false information. And of course, analyzing the post, sa unang tingin mo pa lang, for sure, kung ikaw hindi ka masyadong aware or hindi ka edukado, mapapawaw ka talaga kasi looking at the photo, it says yung malaking 20 pesos and below that, sinandomeng rice. Imagine sinandomeng rice. It is one of the high quality types ng bigas dito sa Pilipinas and mabibili mo lang for 20 pesos. And of course, there are some people na hindi pa nakakatikim ng ganito na sabihin natin na nasanay lang sila sa mga low quality na types ng bigas before and now makikita nila ito. Of course, mapapawaw ka talaga. Kasi imagine makakatikim ka ng ganong klaseng bigas for just 20 pesos. And looking at it, yun. But if you're aware and if you're thinking critically about this, sa isang post pa lang, malalaman mo na it could be na nilagay lang ng mga tao in order for them to spread fake news or to tell everyone na yung president is doing something. Hindi naman natin alam, di ba? Kasi kailangan din naman nating mag-research pa. But if you're aware, malalaman mo pa lang na hindi na talaga credible kasi first of all, yung source ng photo was from someone na nag-post lang. Like, it says here, photo courtesy and then pangalan ng tao. So, it's from a netizen. It was shared, it was captured by another person na hindi naman natin ma-check kung mako-confirm kung credible talaga, kung sa government ba siya nag-work or ganon, di ba? Doon pa lang, may iisip mo na kung totoo ba ito or hindi. And it makes me sad kasi looking at the comments, ang daming taong naniwala. Ang daming taong umasa na ganun nga talaga. So what are the reasons? Of course, una pa lang, yung nag-post. Sabi ko nga kanina, diba, this specific radio Facebook page has almost 1 million followers. And of course, some people believe na if you have lots of followers, credible ka na. Hindi nila naiisip na kailangan nilang mag-cross-check, mag-cross-reference, and kung ano pa. So it makes me sad na a lot of people are easily swayed or nadadala ng ganong type of information. So what are the possible impacts nito sa community natin or sa bansa natin? Of course, one thing na nakikita ko is that dahil kakalat yung maling information without confirmation or without cross-references or cross-checking, maraming tao yung aasa, lalo na yung mga mahihirap. And hindi lang sila aasa. There's a possible na magkakause ito ng commotion or gulo in a way na, for example, ito pupunta sa isang tindahan at sasabihin na doon nga, ganito, ganyan. It costs 20 pesos and then here you're not selling it for that same price. So what's happening? Ganun. A lot of people will suffer. A lot of people will think differently. A lot of people will have false hopes dahil nga yun yung nakikita nila sa social media. And this is one clear evidence na talamak talaga yung fake news and pag-spread ng fake news sa Philippines. And it saddens me that a lot of people are madaling madala. A lot of people are not even doing research or cross-checking or cross-referencing. And it's sad. And it makes me sad. And my take on this, little by little, fake news is disconnecting us from each other. Like instead of uniting us together as one, the emergence of fake news divides us from each other. And we should know that unification or unity is necessary for us to thrive. And because of fake news, it divides us from each other. And lalong humihina yung foundation natin lalong nawawala yung essence ng pagiging Filipino and yung nationalism natin. I believe that the fake news itself cannot be totally eradicated, but at least the government could do something about it to help us Filipinos become more aware, more educated, and become more critical in dealing with this type of issues. And it will help us become more strengthened and also to avoid from being disconnected from each other in the future. And this will strengthen our foundation as Filipinos. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Zhoush Unzipped. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on pressing issues. If you have any topics you'd like to discuss or explore in the future episodes, feel free to reach us through email. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and stay safe.